everybody. Welcome to fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret Carlton. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I'm here with the wonderful Nick Hunter, one of our senior engineers of many years, who talks about a variety of topics in FileMaker, mostly about taking FileMaker to the furthest extent that you can push it. We are currently working on a series which has been ongoing for the past week, which has been quite entertaining, which is if, we're doing a server backup. That's typical. So today we're doing exploring all functions in FileMaker day 5. Tomorrow will be day 6. So we basically continue that series on for next week as well. Thursday and Friday will both be Christian Schmidt's days. Christian will be talking about his 14.0 release, and Friday will be an interesting conversation about getting FileMaker with MBS to work on the Vision OS, which is Apple's new product. That should be entertaining. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to buy one of our FM training bundles. We have 3 options. This one has FileMaker, not FileMaker. Actually, no, this one actually has the copy of FileMaker. And the other 2 basically videos, various amounts of videos. This is like the most basic amount of videos. I think has pretty much all of our videos, but doesn't include like a couple of the other goodies. And this has FileMaker and also our specialized. There's a paid version of FMSP that has a couple add-ons that are integrated into it automatically. So with that being said, I think we're probably good. Nick, what are we doing today?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining today. So for this this is the second day of the week on this new series that we do on the FileMaker function, right? So we what we do is we run through, so I can share my screen immediately. And okay, so pretty much what we do is to take all those functions, one by one, and we're going to explore them and learn about them, all of this, right? And so we are pretty much here. We did all of those. The get, as you already coded, this is too specific, so I don't want to, spend time on this. This is very specific. So I will come back later on those very specific by category. Those all that is URL, all that is HTML, all that I'm going to run through this later but I'm going to focus on the most used and the most useful function that we have in FileMaker, right? Mm-hmm. So today we start. So we spend time on those, all of those. So now I'm going to talk about the GetValue. So GetValue is a very interesting one because pretty much this is one of the most used, especially when you do the type of coding that I'm doing. List of value is very powerful. So I'm going to, it's useful. Let's say I'm going to explain to you how it works. So first, we need to define again what is value. Okay, so I'm going to come many times on this, because the values is what is the most important FileMaker. So it's as important as a record, right? So in FileMaker, you have a natural food chain, a natural food chain, So you have the file. This is a FileMaker file, right? Then you have the table, right? This is where you have inside table, you have fields, right? And inside the field, so you have a table, you have fields, right? And then you have records, right? And then you have values, right? So this is a food chain, right? So you have file, you have a FileMaker file, that's a FMP12, FMP12. You have the table, the fields, the records, the value. Okay, so this is food chain. So the value, we have a lot of function based on values. If I can spell it right. All of this is value. All of this is about value. So filter value, get value, left value, middle value, all of this. You have this, so you have all of those is very important. This in one extent, I'm going to explain those, but this and so All of those are very important, so very useful, and we're going to work with this. So what is a value? A value, right? It's a piece of text separated by a character return. So this is one value, right? And if I do this, it's another value because it's separated by a character return. So one value, another value, right? This is one way to get values. The other way to get value, right? Let's go there. We put a field here. Let's put the text field here. So we have a value like this. So we have a field, right? And we put Nick currently, right? So this is a value, and this is another value, correct? So that's the other way to get value. You have another way to get the value, right? Is to use the list, right? So you do a list and you say Nick, and so the list, you have one value, two values, right? 1, 2. This is the other way, another way to get values. So you have this one, you have in the field. That's another way to get values. Is this way. You use a value list, right? Values, Nick, right? So here you have two values, right? In the list, in a value list. The value list, and inside the value list, you have values, right? Another way to get values with value list is to get from, let's say, do I have something I can use? Do I have a name or something like this? No, I don't have it. So let's take the text here. So I'm getting there, I'm selecting a field from here, and I'm getting values, values field. And this is values custom, right? This generate values, this generate values, this. That's another way to generate values, right? Is to use the list of in a summary, as a summary. So you create a field. Yeah, okay. So this is also a way to generate values. That generate values like this. Values, right? So a value is, this is the value, can return second value, right? Here the same. This is the value, this is another one, this is another one, right? And if you want to make sure that FileMaker consider that as a value, you use the value count and you say how many values I have here. I have 30 values, right? So here I have 30 values in this list. So now that we generate the values, how we can use the get values, okay? How? So first, let's use this way, right? So I use the GetValue, which is the function. The list of values is this. So when FileMaker said list of values, it doesn't mean value list, right? Value list is something different. He asked for a list of value, can be anything, can be this, can be anything. So if I do this, and I say, I want the first value, or I want the second. And if I ask the third, I have none. 1, 2, 1, 2. Same here. Get value. And this is my list of value. And then the same, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm selecting which value I need. Same here. Get value. List of value can be, now it's a field, which is a list, which is a summary field list of. And I want the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, if I want the 25, I want the 12, right? You get the value of this list of value, right? Now that I have all of those things that we know about this, let's say I'm putting the number here. Right? And I'm building a get value field. And in this auto entry, I'm saying get value. The list of value is text, and the value number is number. So now, get value. What's this? Value number 1, value number 2. So you can ask for the value using a field. So now, in the calculation that I just created, I say get value from the text field, right? Where's the text field? Text. And the value number is from the number field, right? So you can ask this a field and this a field, correct? Get value. So if I change this in 1, and if I put another value here, I put 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is a get value. So now, remember, I use value list, right? I have value list here, right? So how I can get a value from a value list? Well, we use another function, right? And the function is value list item. I'm not going to explain that because I'm going to come to that value list item, right? I'm going to explain this, right? But here we have 2 parameters, right, that we need to fill. The first is the file name. Okay. Why this? It's because you can put the name of a file of another file, right? It could be a name on another file. You can go another file and ask a value list from another file. But this, I'm going to explain that when I'm going to explain this. Typically, when you want to get a value list from the current file, you put double quotes. And here, you put the name of the value list. I want the value custom. of values custom. So this, the value list item, returns the contents of a value list. Demonstration. I have Nick Hunter. If I'm adding here, I'm adding a third one. Now I have a third one. It gets the content of a value list, and you get the list of value. And now I can say this, and I want the first. Get value. So the list of the value the list of values can be anything: a field, a calc, a value list, can be anything, right? So far, do we have any question on this? I have Discord with me here.
No, there's a comment from David about left values, right values, middle values. So
yeah, this is different. This with get value, I'm specifying which value I want in a list. I'm going to do a demo. Okay, I'm going to do a demo of what we can do with this. Here I have a button bar, right? I have a button bar. We have another body. I have a bar here. I want to be. I want the title here, right? Be out my value list here. So I'm going there. Instead of just saying this, right? Instead of saying this, we don't want that. What I want is this. From this list of value, I want the value number 1. In this one, I want the value number 2. And this one, value number 3. Nick, advantage, if I change, imagine that you have this in multiple layouts. Right? Imagine that you put Nick, Hunter, Colombia manually. So you need to go on all of them, all your and fix it. Correct? Well, this is a piece of bleep. I don't want to do that. I want to do this here. And I said, this is not Nicholas. Nick is Nicholas. Now, so now, imagine that you have a navigation bar on top of 10 layouts, right? Imagine the mess, correct? Imagine the super mess. So now let's say I want to define, do I have a text result? Right. I want to define this field. I want to define this field with the content of this. I want to define, clicking here, I want this to be Nicholas. I'm setting a field, that field, the text result with the, copy this. I want to get this with the value 1 of the list of values custom. That for this. Now this. Set field. Get result. And this one, number 2. Here. That field. text result. It will be the number 3. Correct? So what will happen now? Nicholas, Hunter, Colombian. Now, if I change this to Nick, Hunter, Colombian. So now you got the points of the get value. Right? So that means you can do plenty of good stuff with this, right? Do we have any question for this?
What
Here
happens
on
if you
this code,
set number to more values than exist in the list?
Okay. It said nothing. If you do this, if you say 15, blank. But if, let's say now you want to add a false one, I'm adding a false one. So it's very simple. You add a button here. You copy this, you paste, and you say 4. And typically here, this is why I don't use a set field. I'm using a script, Why? I'll show you why. Because I'm setting the field. So this is now the script, correct? What this script do? I'm setting the fields, right, with this, right? But don't put this like this, right? I'm using get script parameters. And in the script parameter, I'm putting whatever I want. Big advantage, I'm using this script paste to script is much simpler. Scripts or simpler to do this. Because if I add a 5th one, much simpler. Add scripts from 5. Instead of set field, and of course we need to paste it here. Correct? What happened here? It's 5th, so maybe I did a mistake. I put 0.5, right? Yeah. So now people says yes, but when you are in layout mode, you see calculation. Yes, but that's the catch. I mean, it's a trick. You go to view, show sample data. Boom. And now you button, you see what it is. If I change this, I'm in layout mode, right? If I change this to Nicholas, it changed to Nicholas, also in layout mode. So you have a way to see the contents of what it is by saying show sample data. Now, if you want to have a real, what I call universal script, this is set field, parameters. So if you want a universal script, something you can use for many purposes, not only this one. You don't use set field, you use set field by name. And here, you use again the get values. Get value are the get script parameters. You want the value 1 in the name of the field. The value 1 of the script parameter will get the name of the field. The value 2 of the script parameter will get the content of the field. So now you have a pure universal script. Why? Because now I can say this. I have a list. Oops. The first on the list is the get field name. I'm not explaining that. I'm going to get to that point at one point. And the field name I want is the field text results. That is the first value of my script parameter. And the second, this, right, is the field name I want to set. This is the content of the field I want inside that field. So you do that on all your parameters with the right number. Right? And now it works. And so the script says, the parameter says, this is the name of the field you need to set, and this is the content. And this changed the contents. Right? 4, 5, 3. And this is the field you want to go. Now, big advantage, right? Let's say in this layout, you want to set another, field with this button. So let's copy this button here. Right? And you want to set this field, the script result 2 with this. What you need to do is this. Change the name of the field you want to go in the parameter. Right? So you go to the next one. Change the name. Next one. Oops. Change the name. Next one. Change the name. And the next one. Change the name. Now I have another field. Same script. Now, let's say you want another button like this, right? With different info, right? So you go to the value list and you say values cities, or let's say cities, right? Santa Clara, Fairfield, Bogota, Athens, Nice, right? So I have 5. Okay. And I want, sorry, no. I want to change this, right? And I have a city field. And I want this field. I want to show the cities. Okay. You don't change anything. I mean, the script. you want to go to the city field, and you want the cities. Oops. Value list. You copy this, and you spread. This is value 2, value 3. This is value 4. And this is value 5. Oh, yeah, sorry for that. I need to change this here too. Cities. Okay, copy this. Paste, change to 2. Next, paste, change to 3. Next, paste, change to 4. Next, paste, change to 5. Santa Clara, Fairfield, Bogota, Athens. And I didn't change anything on my scripts. I didn't edit the scripts, just a parameter, and I changed the field and the content that comes from another value list. So this is a real reusable piece of, components you can reuse for many purposes. Question? I don't see any.
Nope, we're good on the question front.
Okay. So, so see the get value is, is useful for many things. I'm using that intensively personally. Okay. For this type of purpose and for many other purposes, right? It's very useful to have to know how to use this, right? So since we don't have any question, I can switch to another function. So this gone. So let's do the lefts. So let's do all the lefts. Okay, I think I can make it. So when FileMaker says left, this is what it means. Left, right, left, right. So when you think it's top left, bottom right. When FileMaker says left, left, and right, right. So what the left means, right? So it can be here or it can be here. Left, right, left, right. So when you have this, let's put more here. What the left means is the left characters. Okay, left, my text, and I want the first characters, right? Or I want the 2 first character, the 3 first character, the 4. Left is not get the letter. I cannot say I want this with left. It will say I want the 4 character from the left. Left, I'm taking all the 4 characters, all the 2, all the 3, the left, right? This is what it's doing. If you have values, the left will do the same of the value, this value. But if you have this and you set 10, it takes everything, even if you don't have 10, right? Here you have 7 letters, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, 10,000, it doesn't care. It will take, it took the most it could. But if you have this setting, this is what it's doing. Including, look what happened here. 4, 5, 4, 5, nothing changed. 6, yes, something changed. 5, what the 5 here? It is the Claris return. Remember my code? What is it? It should have returned. It's okay. Forget about it. It's the Claris return, right? It's the Claris return of, oh yeah, if I X, okay, so the left, right, it is a Claris return. I can extract it, right? But it's complicated. I don't want to do that. I'm doing that when I do the middle. Okay. So this is the left. So when you have a values like this, it includes the Claris return as a character, right? That's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Claris return and 6. Okay. Question, I don't see any. So let's go.
No, we're good to go.
Now, what's the difference with less values? It's the same, but on the values. Here, I'm taking the first value, the 2 first value, the 3 first value, etc., etc. Right? So if I'm adding here, is the same, but for values. So I'm taking the left value and I want the 2 first. Correct? That's what he's doing. So, and that's the difference between the left, it's about characters. Less value is for the value. And then we come to the one, the left word. So what the left word do, oops. I want the first word, the second, the 2 first, the 3 first, right? But now we have to define what a word is, correct? A word, see, it's something separated by a space, but not only. So see, for example, here, this is a word. This is not a word for FileMaker. This is 2. See? This is 2 words. I said I'd want the 2 first word, and it's showing those 2. Even if I do this. If I do this, also, it's 2 words. 2 words. This, 2 words. Correct? Right? 2 words. So it's not, right? This, if you do 2 words. So the underscore, you know, it doesn't mean it's 1 word. Right? You need to know that. Neither the hyphen, neither any link that we have, right? So what happens if I do this? Right? But it doesn't care. For him, this is not a word, it's not part of a word, this is part of a word. So this will be ignored. Also, a good trick, you know, to eliminate stuff like this, right? For say, I mean, if you want to clean this, right, this is how you do. You separate this, if you remove it will remove this piece of crap if you do this, right? So you take the words and FileMaker will remove this. If you say this is different, he consider that as a word, but not this. Don't ask. No, really, don't ask. I don't see the logic here behind this, but this is a good way to, if you want to clean something like this, right? So if you have something like this, right? So here, if you have a quote stuff, it will remove all the crap, right? Remove this, correct? So the left word selects the words. But if you have this, this, for him, this is two words. But he's selecting, he's showing the hyphen, right? But for him, this is two words. If I said word count, I have two words, even though I have the hyphen. So when you use the left word, right, I suggest left, it's pretty obvious. Left value is pretty obvious as well. Left word, you can have surprise sometime. And I encourage you to test your stuff before you do, right? Because sometimes you can get, see, it's two words, but you get this, right? If you say free, but you get this, right? Those functions are antique prehistorical functions. They have strange behavior since the beginning. And I think they didn't want to change those behavior for the reason I explained yesterday, with the infamous today function that they get rid of, and people were committing suicide. So I don't see any questions. That means people are sleeping or Discord is not working. I don't know, because I see no comment, nothing.
We have quite a few people watching, so I'm sure they're not all sleeping.
Okay,
Any
okay.
comments, inquiries, questions? Ken is waiting for the middle values.
Okay. Okay, so, but it's 48. So I'm going to run through length, lower, okay? So length, very simple. The length of this is 21 characters, including the spaces, including space and crop, right? Any characters, that's the length, including, if I say this, it says 41 characters, including the carriage returns, okay? So that's the length. Lower, very simple. Let's say you have Nick. You have Nick. And you say lower. You put in small cap. But he put that on small cap, not fake. Let me explain. So text lower. Text lower. Okay. If I put a text here, right, and I do this, style lowercase, this is fake. This is fake news. It's not lower. It's not. It's fake. If I paste copy, if I copy this and I paste it here, it's capital. This is fake. It looks like small, but it's not. This is real. Uh, text. This is real. I'll remove the style. Nick. This is real. If I paste it, is small cap, not fake. Okay. So it changed the text into small cap for real. Now that we're here, we can do the same for proper, not pooper. It's proper with 2P, I don't remember. Sorry for that. And we can do the same. So this is a proper, is 1P. And the upper. So the same for those. So we have text proper and text upper. I can put those here. So let's say I'm putting Nick like this. Nick. So what the proper does, the properties do this. Nick Hunter. Lower, Nick Hunter, proper, uppercase, and uppercase. But this is real, not fake, right? So sometimes what you can do, right? You can do this on itself. Text self. What I mean is, if you want to proper self, I will explain self, don't worry. So what the proper self, self. If you put Nick like this and Hunter like this, right? Self. Plop. It changes to itself in proper case, right? Whatever, if you type like this, boom. If you type like this, boom. You do to itself. So you have an auto entry calculation that do that on self. Proper self. Right? Correct? So no question. Waiting for the values. So many ways to complete the task and get the desired result. Yeah. Yeah, you can, those functions, they taken alone like this, they have no value whatsoever, pretty much. But when you use them in other calcs, right? I'm going to use them when I'm going to advanced. I'm going to use some of those left and right and middle and stuff like this, right? But those text. So I'm showing you the difference between fake news and real news, right? That means if you put a style, this is fake. This is just paint in the nose. It's not real. It's not real. If I copy this and I paste it here, it's not real. This is real. I copy this and I paste this is real. If I copy this one and I paste this one, it's fake. That's what I want to show you with this lower upper and stuff like this. Sometimes you want the real stuff. You don't want fake, right? So you put on self, this is real. So let's say you put your name, you put your name like this, right? And boom. Now this real. It got changed. Right? So many ways to, yeah. So if we don't have any question, I don't want to start something else. Maybe we can finish
Wrap
it
up
for
the plane.
today.
Yep.
Sorry?
Okay. I don't see any people just saying they were indeed listening. So
Yeah,
thank you, Nick.
so tomorrow we do the middle stuff. But you can see the big stuff are coming here, right? The pattern counts, the position. This will stay 2 days on this one, I think. So this will be next week. Pattern count, this tomorrow. I wish I can do this pattern count tomorrow. This, and this tomorrow, and then I can do the position. The position is big. Proper, we did it. I can do quotes if you want. Do you have 5 minutes,
Yes, we
or you
do.
want to go?
We could go. We can do
Okay.
quotes real fast.
Quote is interesting, right? Quote is really useful when you do URLs and stuff like this. But I'm going to show you what quotes do. Sometime quote text. So quote, I put quotes with a S on purpose because I cannot name a field. Hold on. I need to open the door. I locked somebody for outside. Okay. So quotes and text. Okay. What caused this is this. When you want to quote something, right? You say, hello, how are you? Okay. So you quote this in a calculation to show it, right? And you want this you want to you want to show the text. So you have quotes. But what is start to be very complicated is when you want to do like this. Hello, I am this. Look at this mess. Super messy, right? So you want to quote something in a calc which is between quotes, and you have to use that trick, which is, we call that silencing or commenting a quote, silencing a quote. That's what we say. We silence the quotes. And then, because without this, it said table missing, error, doesn't exist. No, it doesn't work. You need this. And now it works, right? So to avoid this mess, okay, FileMaker Invent is something like this. You quote something, but you can quote the content of a field. If you don't put quotes, this is what you get. But imagine you want to quote this. How you do that? Oh, you do this, right? And oh, this. Oh, yeah. That's cool, right? No, this is crap. So we have the quotes function. This works, right? So I can copy this, or I can just replicate this. So if I want to quote this, right? Quote, I think I did it. Okay. Nick Hunter quotes. I have the quotes, correct? So this is very useful when you need to do JSON, or you need to do URLs. I can show you an example if you may. Let me open a file right quick and show you where I'm using this. Or maybe I can use do I have the OCR, FM OCR? Maybe I can use, yeah, I have the FM OCR. So when you need to do something like this, right? You need to build something like this. That means the server wants to get this in quotes, right? You need to quote them. So imagine a calc like this without the quote function. How messy it will look like. Backslash and, you know, correct? That will be a mess. So now it's not messy because I have quote, 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 quote. So I quote this. So I quote all of this. And I quote all of this. And I quote all of this, right? File type, the file type PDF is quoted. It's quoted. So, so it's easier because the server need to read something like this, for this is the curl CURL parameters. So this is why quote is big for this stuff, instead of doing this, type of stuff, right? Correct. So do we have an agreement on this?
Yes. We
Right.
have a quick.
So
we
the
have two. We have a
question. Yeah.
Yes. Why does evaluate in your calc not use the quote?
Oh, yeah, it's because I cannot quote this. Okay, so yeah, good catch. Uh, let's quote this. Let's try it. Right. So I had this, so I want this, correct? But I have the evaluates. So because I need to evaluate. Yeah, okay, I know. Okay, now I know why. I cannot use this. I want the evaluation. If I put a quote inside this, I'm not sure it will work. But I need to quote the whole thing. To evaluate. So I'm not sure this will work. The, uh, this is complicated to decipher now because this is not, yeah, it is. I want to quote this, but if I do this, it will not accept. Yeah, it accepts. Let me see if that works. Not sure at all. Yeah, it does. It did it. Okay, so yeah, I fix it. So I use the quotes. So it's engine. Yeah, so it starts from here, right? So I see it starts from here. So so this, yeah, but no, it didn't end the quotes. It didn't work well. I should have all of this between quotes and I don't. And I'm not sure it quoted it. Maybe maybe I can do this. Yeah, now it works. So I don't need the evaluation anymore. I just do a quotes on the F. But okay, I need to quote, I need to have, so in that case, it's when you here, in that case, maybe I can do the same as this one, but now F, F, quote, F, it looks correct to me. But let's compare with the old code, right? So I should have the same. This one wasn't working either. I don't have the end here. F, F. I have no idea why. Anyway, this looks more correct to me, but I need to, maybe that's why sometimes I have problem with this calculation. This looks better, you know, follow the same principle. Yeah. I need to check. So I need to see if the code's still working with this. Oh, we can see immediately. So I deactivate this. Let's do a new. Paste this. Oh. Do I have a PDF somewhere? A new. I might have a PDF somewhere. Hold on. Here in my tests, I might have. Yeah, I have one here. No. Title here. Okay, I have some PDF here. I think I'm broken. Oh yeah, I'm in the loop here. This will never end. Okay, so yeah, I know why. Because let's take this one. When it starts with numbers, doesn't work. It works. Boom. So the quotes, so that code that I just created with the quotes works. Oh, this is the okay, this one works. This is the one with evaluate. Okay, this one works. So let's say this one. This one, the one with is the same. Oh, hold on. Do I have it here? Yeah. Let's see if this one works. This code. Okay. This code. So let's try with this one, right? There. It worked. So let's remove this. Do it again. Yeah. So it works. I removed the, I optimize my code here without the evaluate, which is cool. Right, so I can delete this one. Skip it. Okay. So let me see if by chance this fix this. Well, I have a bug here. I never fix it. No, it doesn't. It's still running. I cannot insert something that starts with a letter. That starts with a number. It needs to start with a letter. I never knew why he was doing this. So if I put a letter, I have no problem. I don't know. It cannot start with a number. Can be a website limitation. So it works. So if we have any other questions, I see something question out of topic. Is it possible to show in container field number of the page PDF? No. You need a plugin for that. Dimark.
Probably MBS.
Yeah, MBS do that. Yeah. MBS, definitely MBS do this. So you need a plugin. Okay, guys. So we did some pretty good stuff today.
Yeah, we did. Absolutely. Thank you, Nick. We will see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Everyone have a lovely day. Goodbye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, all right. maybe a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!